Welcome back to Glasgow, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to the Playground Festival for the first time. Now, for everyone watching who's outside Scotland, this place isn't actually in Glasgow. We're going to Broughton Glen Park. It's actually in a place called, just outside, a place called Giffnock, which is just outside. If anyone knows Newton Mains, then yeah, you know similar ballparks. So we need to get a train to a place called White Craigs, if I think, and then we'll see you when we get there. And we're in. So, my initial thoughts about this festival, I've got my mask down. My initial thoughts, a lot more family friendly than Transmit is, and also a lot smaller as well. The stages are quite, it feels like compact, but there's certainly a lot of people here today. So again, not going to be getting too much like concert footage, like the usual gigs. This is like more for the vibes and just for more chill out sort of thing. But I'll be getting a lot more like vlog sort of footage throughout the day, so hope you enjoy it. So, things are going remarkably well this festival so far. Just saw Glasvegas on the main stage. They were pretty good. Didn't know much of their songs, but yeah, from what I saw, pretty good. I feel like today in general, nobody's really come to see like a specific act with the chilled out vibes on that. It feels like everyone's just come for the day out and just like escape it all, which is what we all need really after being, what was it, 18 months without doing anything like this. Of course, unless you were at Transmit and Biffy, of course, but again, it's just really nice just to see a lot of people out and about today, and like families with can bring their kids and stuff, especially adults who want to just have a good time in that. I genuinely recommend it. It's so good. Anyway, we have the Dreams and Libertines to look forward to later, so we'll catch you then, and we'll see what else we can get.
probably be fine, 'cause I don't know and so I tried to write. I think I got the right. A little drinking now and then. Elvis to stay alive. Again, feels like nothing's changed. I'm fucking from here I know I'm not. And the road is long, and these days gone. You're thinking of blame, the one who's betrayed. Like your hand in the fire. You told me that you never denied. But I've never seen us round in the fire again. All right about that. See it through and dry. So we get true. Take a baby. How does it feel? As I'm along the road of the river. They all get you can't stop me now, you can't stop me now, can't stop me now, you can't stop me now. I really love to keep it together. The thing just keep on pretending. But love is never ending. But ooh, I wasn't feeling too clever. When you told me all the best things. She laid down, we lay down, picked up, put it down. Oh, yeah, I let it go. It's a horror show, calm down. Hope it's gone. There's so many monsters. Should see me picture tomorrow is on change.
Well, what a great day out that was. Libertines were fucking amazing. So, just about head out, and as always, review when we get in. Wow, what an incredible day that was. Really nice festival, really good vibes, and the majority of older to younger folk, the ratio of it was absolutely spot on. So, yeah, and let's just get on with the band. So, I went into this festival with a pretty open mind because there wasn't really much I wanted to see other than the Libertines, James, and the bit of Glasvegas, of course. But either way, the whole thing just gave me this really good vibe. And that place, Rooken Glen Park, really good place to hold a festival outside the city centre. So whoever decided that place was a good idea, good job. And before I go into the reviews of some of the acts and some of the bands I've seen, I'd just like to point out to, sorry, my finger there. I'd like to point out of how you pay for stuff like food and drink when you're in the festival. So, you get these wristbands with which are linked to your ticket. So I'll link the website you go to put money on the account you use for it. So basically it's like a virtual wallet. So basically you go to the website, you link your ticket barcode, which is under thing. If you've done it on Skiddle, then the number should be underneath the barcode. So that's easy enough to find. You link that number to your account, and then you put how much money like you want to put in it. So I put like 20 quid in it just for like a couple of drinks and some food and stuff like that. But again, I'll link the website in the description, so it's easy to find to anyone who's going the next couple of days. So it'll make life a lot easier. But yeah, let's get on to some of the bands. Glasvegas were good. Didn't really know much of their songs, but really good vibe overall. And I swear to God, if it wasn't for the fact that I was very much wanting to see the main stage headliner, which were the Libertines, I would have spent most of my time in that party bit, which is the party tent, which I had, which is similar to the party bus and stuff. They've got like a transmit as well, but it was just much a nicer vibe. And like I said, with the the ratio to older to younger people made it feel like everyone was welcome and like nobody was an arsehole, which was basically the general vibe throughout most of the day. So that made it really, really, really good. And just like nobody, I just feel like nobody was like too drunk or like was like absolutely tried out their nut by the end of the day. Although I could probably bet there was people that were, regarding that it is a festival, of course. But anyway, that just gave me a better vibe throughout the day in that respect. You know what I mean? I didn't have any burdens of like seeing people, like, you know what I mean? It can be a bit stressful sometimes. But yeah, in that respect. But I feel like a lot of people were there for that same reason, just to have a good time, just to get away from the strains of modern life. And yeah, everybody had a good time. But anyway, let's get on to the two bands at the top of the bill. James. So I saw them a few years ago at Tinder Park. Wasn't really that much into them because, again, a little bit like tonight, I didn't really know much of their songs. But the two songs that always stand out for me, Sit Down and Laid. Laid being the American Pie theme song, so I'd heard that song years ago. So I absolutely love that. And Sit Down, I mean, anytime I play that when I've been like, I do a bit of DJing as well. Anytime I play that when I'm DJing, and it always goes down an absolute treat. And in general, they just had that cool sort of like Manchester vibe. So I really, really love that. It's absolutely amazing feeling, you know, with like the Stone Roses, Happy Mondays and that sort of vibe. So I really enjoyed that, and everybody was into it, and it was really nice. And the one thing I found about the main stage, it's like nobody was like absolutely crammed in around the front. Like just before the Libertines came on, there was like a huge gap in the middle between people like the front of the stage and people near like back of the sound tower, like almost like coming in at the back, like round about where the other bars and like the food stalls and where the toilets were as well. It's like everybody was vastly spread out, so it was actually really nice. And even when the Libertines came on, everybody was sound. Nobody was like completely like crushed in, of course, apart from the pit, of course, but that's the way it's always going to be. But I swear to God, I was absolutely blown away by the Libertines. Now, given a few years ago, I would never have rated them as highly as I did tonight. I was meant to see them in Kilmarnock's Grand Hall a few years ago, around about the same time I went to Florida, and that was the very reason I couldn't go, because that gig was happening at the same time. I was meant to go to Florida and there was a big mix-up, but yeah, so yeah, that's why I missed them then. But yeah, tonight more than made up for it. And trust me, when you see Pete Doherty live, love him, hate him, and I know his reputation in the past with drugs and that, but tonight he was absolutely spot on. I mean, he was so good. Like, his songs are really good. Well, like, nice and simple. So you got a really good vibe from them in any way. And also Carl Barrett as well. Carl Barrett, he's just a phenomenal songwriter, and just a really simple songs. Really good. The four of them are all really like phenomenal musicians. Especially the drummer, Gary. He's just out of this world. I mean, and that's when they say like a band's only as good as its drummer. The Libertines, that couldn't have been more the case. Like, Gary Powell, he's absolutely spot on. I mean, yeah, and the bass player as well, John, he's really good as well. He did a bit of vocals, and yeah, I was just completely blown away by them. And Don't Look Back into the Sun at the end, absolutely love that. And even the opening song, What a Waster, love that song, although that's a wee bit more simple, a lot more punk orientated. Again, I really love that. But anyway, that was today, nice and chill, and direct contrast to what we'll be seeing tomorrow night, While She Sleeps. And that's going to be complete and utter carnage. So, I'll get you guys up for that. I will see you guys then.